Hello students, welcome back in our grammar lecture. Today we are going to learn about the notice writing. One question for you students, if we want to communicate with one to one, how you are communicating with them? So, for one to one communication, we are calling them, we are messaging them, but if we want to share anything, any your idea or any message for many persons. So, how you will show that? In the ancient, there was one method to share like this message means there was one particular person to sharing that message. He is banging one instrument, and with that instrument in village in each lane he is going to share that message. In Marathi that is called a Davandi Pitnara Manus. So, in that way, they are sharing the message. But in the modern world, if we want to share that message, so how we can share that message? So, sharing that message, then there is one method that is a notice writing. So, today we are going to learn about the notice writing. What is its purpose? For writing a notice means if we want to announce anything, then if we want to display any information, so for that purpose we are writing the notice. Then to specific group of people means if we want to display any information for the specific group or specific peoples means for example in the school we want to give that sport notice to that particular only for the sport department or that group. So with that name, with that subject, we can mention that notice for that peoples to be pinned up on specific display boards in schools, public places, and newspapers. May students, you saw that notice, big title in the newspaper also. Short notices also are there and big notices are there. Means if we want to communicate more than one or with many peoples, so we are using the way of notice writing. Then in the notice writing, that important contents are, these are the steps to writing the notice: name of the organization issuing the notice. First of all, we have to mention the name of organization which is issuing or which is writing that notice. Then the title notice in the upper case upside. After the writing that organization name, we have to write the title notice. Then catchy heading to introduce the subject. Catchy heading means what? In that one line or one sentence that a reader should understood that what is the subject of that body, that is called the catchy heading. Then the date of the notice, then the body of the notice, and at last there should be a writer's sign, name in capitals as well as his designation also be there. Then while writing the notice, you have to make that box like this. First of all, name of organization, then office or issuing the name notice. After that, date, month, day and year, then heading notice, then body of the notice, then at last signature, name and designation. While writing the notice writing, students, you have to remember the 5 W's. So which are that 5 W's? These 5 W's are: what is going to happen, means you have to write the event in the notice writing. What is the event that you have to write? Then where it will take place. Next W means you have to write the venue, means that place name. Then third W is when it will take place. You have to mention the date as well as time for writing these. Then who can benefit from the information, that also you have to mention, and to whom you should contact for that thing, that also you have to write in the details in the notice writing. So if you remember that 5 W's, so you will not miss the notice writing. Then while writing the notice, there are some rules to write the notice writing. Always notice writing should be write in the passive voice. Then passive voice means, what is the passive voice? Maybe you learn in your previous class. Active voice, that formula is subject plus verb plus object. While writing in the passive voice, you have to object plus helping verb plus main verb plus by plus subject to. That is the formula of passive voice. So according to that, you have to write the notice writing. Then while writing the notice, according to the message writing, this notice also you have to present it within a box. Means while writing that notice, first of all you have to make a box. Then it is a word limit of 40 to 50. Only words in body counted, means in the body of that notice writing you are writing that words, these are only should be near to 40 and 50. Then information given must be clear, means who is a reader, that reader should be understand that information clearly. Then catchy, should not cause any misunderstanding or confusion. That is the most important point you have to keep in mind. Then catchy, appealing, attract attention at once. While writing that notice, firstly I told that your heading should be catchy and attractive. No personal pronoun, you should not use any personal pronoun, means like I, we, these are the personal pronouns, so you should not use that personal pronouns. Then short but grammatically accurate sentences should be in the notice writing. Then for the notice writing, students, you have to keep that marking scheme in your mind. Marking scheme is that the name of the organization, notice, the heading and the date. For that there is 1 mark. Then the name and designation, for that half mark. Then placing the notice within a box, for their half mark. Then content and language, means what is the body of that notice, for that there is 2 marks. And exceeding word limit by 2-3 words or 4 more words, there is half or 1.5 mark. Means totally this notice writing is for 3 marks, but if you written that in the exceed form, so it will be for the 4.5 or 5 marks. So keep in mind that. Now we will take the sample question about notice writing. On the occasion of National Science and Technology Day, the Delhi Public School, New Delhi has decided to organize a science fair. Vikram, the Secretary of Science Society, wants to call a meeting of the office bearers of the society to discuss the arrangements for the fair. Write a notice in not more than 50 words. Means here in this question only they given the word limit. Students, see here I gave that example of notice writing. First of all, they given here the issuing authority name. Who issued that notice? That notice is issued by the Delhi Public School, New Delhi. So that is the authority name. Then after that, title should be mentioned notice. Then there should be date 18 Feb 2014. Then catchy heading is meeting of Science Society. So meeting of Science Society, through that 4 words we can understand that there is a Science Society meeting. So in the body what they written? On the occasion of National Science and Technology Day, the school has decided to organize a fair. All office bearers are requested to attend the meeting. Means in the body also they not written more things by their own, whatever the particular subject, that only they mentioned. Then that meeting is held in the library on Feb 2040 at 10 am to discuss the arrangements for the fair. At last, they given the name of Vikram Singh, the Secretary of Science Society. Then important contents. Here they given that important contents in the bold letters, which are the essential. Here I took another example of notice writing. Ram Lakhani is the head boy of the Bhavans Vidyalay Chandigarh. He had some other students of the school are touched by the plight of the poor and the destitute in the stair-run homes and wish to make a difference in their lives. By listening their sufferings, they decide to raise funds for his purpose. Write a notice not exceeding 15 words, making an appeal for generous donation. So, see students how they return that notice writing. Issuing authority, they return the Bhavan Vidyalay Chandigarh, then title, then attention please. These are the lent a helping hand, means this is the catchy headline, and in the body they return that. In the right corner they return the date. It is very essential, and in the body of that notice they return the your help and cooperation are required to make a difference in the lives of the less fortunate living in a state-run homes. Donate generously. Deposit your contribution to the school librarian. Then by the 25th Feb 2014 it is collecting the fund. Then during the short break and lunch break, and that place name is the school library. The money is so raised will be spent on medicines and clothes for the inmates. So who is written that? Their signature Ram Lakhani, and he is the head boy of the school. So I hope students you understood that example. So while writing the notice writing, what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing? Here I took the example of students' copies. Have you seen how they written? Naveen apartment notice park playing park. The contribution of the park which is was allotted by the government for the making park has been enriched upon and many ideal humans have appeared in the plane. All the medicines and measured to not attend the meeting and discuss always means how students can we read this example? No. At the end, in the right corner, whatever he written, we can't identify. So that is the wrong way. You should not do like these mistakes while writing the notice. Then here also one another example, illegal badminton. So about that they return in that they made that students made the spelling mistake in the notice as well as while writing that name means where is that place name, then when it is going to happen, that time, while mentioning the time also he did the mistake. So with the red line I indicated to you. Then this is the class assignment for you. You have to write the notice about this given subject. You can write in your notebook. As president of the students council of your school, write notice is not more than 50 words asking the students of your school to donate old clothes, books and bags for the Anubhav Shiksha Kendra, a school for the unprivileged being run on your school premises. Means आप स्कूल के प्रेसिडेंट हो, स्टूडेंट्स काउंसिल ऑफ योर स्कूल. So you have to write that notice to donate the clothes and books for the unprivileged being run by the school premises. This is the home assignment for you students. Read that two examples and try to solve in your notebook. I hope students you understand the better that notice writing.